for the robust, inclusive development that Guyana envisions will be enacted by 2030. For example, we have constructed a new comprehensive and modern regulatory network in respect to our port facilities to accommodate the massive expansion in commercial maritime activity. Port security and integrity is also key to this. And that is why we are working with our international partners, the US and the UK, in ensuring that we build a maritime sector that secures our port, that ensures the integrity and safety of our port, that ensures our port facilities are operating at the highest international standards. I'm pleased also to say we are examining different proposals for the expansion of the Chedijagan International Airport to Terminal 2, and the expansion of aerodrome and possibility of a new international airport at Lethen. In the area of diplomacy, we have built out a vast network of reciprocal relationship that will bolster not only our national interests, but also that of the Americas and beyond. You should know that we have used our seat on the Security Council to rally the call for good global governance and for peace among nations. In keeping with our consistent and principled position in relation to adherence to international rule of law and the UN Charter, respect for sovereignty and territorial integrity, human rights, and democratic values. This august body and citizens all across our 83,000 square miles should know that we have signed agreements spanning financial, economic, industrial, technical, and educational agreements with Kuwait, Qatar, France, Ghana, the Netherlands, the UAE, China, Morocco, India, Belize, Trinidad and Tobago, Barbados, Saudi Arabia, Cyprus, Dominican Republic, and the United Kingdom. The Bolivarian Republic of Venezuela continues to nourish the controversy of the Esequibo, a region that is indivisible to our territorial integrity and fundamental to national sovereignty. We are a peaceful nation and a peaceful people. We are adamant that the UN Charter should undergird all practices of international diplomacy, and there is no substitute for international law. We have therefore time and again reminded Venezuela of the sanctity of the 1899 arbitral award that settled the boundary between Guyana and Venezuela. Venezuela should know that the ICJ is the rightful and final arbiter of the ill-begotten controversy it has provoked, and the geopolitical brinksmanship has rarely yielded rewards desired. Guyana foreign relations are built on the bedrock of powerful friends and formidable allies. No one should misjudge or resolve to defend these 83,000 square miles. Our foreign policy must establish us as a leading light in defense of the core principles of the UN Charter, of international law, human rights, human dignity, and of those who by no fault of their own face unbearable suffering in the world, where the cries of freedom can still be heard, but continue to go unanswered. The country stands resolute in its commitment to international security and global peace, based on the rule of law, global governance, based on expansive multilateralism, and universal principles of equality and equity. Mr. Speaker, the protection of our people, territory, and values remains the solemn duty of any government. As Commander-in-Chief, I am committed to this mission, ensuring our national sovereignty, democratic values, and global commitments are upheld. Recognizing the diverse threats we face, we have made substantial investments to strengthen our defense capabilities across land, sea, and air. Over the past 4 years, we have invested a staggering $235 billion in our security sector, reflecting an increase of 864% in defense spending since 2020, and the highest allocation ever made to national security. This significant investment supports a proactive, intelligence-driven, and results-oriented defense strategy focused on human resource development, modern facilities, regional command centers, technological deployment, and intelligence gathering. The 96.6 billion allocated to modernize the GDF, the GPF, has enabled advancement in technology, intelligence and response capabilities, contributing to a 16% reduction in serious crimes. KANU's strengthened operations have led to the interception of over 15 tons of narcotics, including the landmark 4.4 tons cocaine bust in August 2024. These achievements underscore the impact of targeted investment in law enforcement and our collaboration and commitment of key international and regional partners. And I wish to applaud the cooperation and collaboration with our key partners. Over the past 4 years, partnership have played a crucial role in bolstering Guyana's defense. The Shipwright Agreement with the United States enabled joint maritime and aerial patrol against narcotics trafficking, hosting exercise trainings twice, strengthened regional cooperation in humanitarian response and military readiness. Support from the U.S. SOUTHCOM also included disaster preparedness measures. We also signed defense cooperation agreements with various nations, including the U.S., UK, France, India, Jamaica, and Brazil. These agreements have enhanced training, intelligence sharing, and resource acquisition, such as the purchase of the state-of-the-art offshore patrol vessel and 2 Dornier aircraft. Our officers have been actively engaged in international platforms, including the UN Security Council, amplifying Guyana's voice in global security discussions. We have also established key institutions like the National Defense Institute and the Doctrine Command Center, focusing on strategic training and updating military tactics. Investments have been directed towards improving our operational capacity across all security agencies. We have invested heavily in technology, AI, and other innovative mechanisms to further bolster our defense and security architecture. The Guyana Defense Force is focused on protecting offshore assets, enhancing its domain awareness through radar and satellite system. A new drone and GIS department is being developed for better maritime and airspace monitoring.